Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Paige and I am trying to make sure that this camera is centered. And today we are going to be discussing my May TBR, so let's get started. I have a ton of books. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. You see all these books, and there's more, and there's more on my Kindle. I'm gonna die. I have these books separated into 3 piles, because why not? Because I got really stressed out and stuff with picking out books, and I just get randomly stressed out, and so I try to figure out different ways to do things to kind of help me de-stress, and if I feel like something's getting monotonous, I kind of try to change it up a bit. So I have 3 separate columns that I am going to do, and I've put all the books that I have put into these different columns on We'll Decide. This is not a paid sponsorship, by the way. I just really like the formatting of their website. Basically, you put items on there, you spin the wheel, and it goes until it lands on one. And that is the book. So I have, or I guess the choice, but in my case, it is the book. So I have 3 little columns. I have owned books to choose from, hard copy review books, and then ebook review books. So I'm going to go over the owned book copies that I have. These are books that I bought with my own money, or some that my husband has that I plan to read. Maybe not all in May, so you might be seeing these again, but definitely, hopefully within this year. So I have Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I'm super excited to read this one. It is a new release, and basically it combines 2 of my favorite things: the Civil War — I am a huge history buff if you don't know that — and zombies. I mean, what more could you ask for? Another new release is Reflection by Elizabeth Lim. This is a twisted tale, which is a book series, I guess you would say, from Disney. But this is what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld. They have a couple of more. So they have Aladdin. Yeah, Aladdin on if he didn't get the genie, if he didn't rub the lamp, something like that. There's one on Sleeping Beauty. I think it's if she didn't wake up. And then Beauty and the Beast. I can't remember what the twisted tale on that one is, but I have the 3. I saw this one on Nightmare and Dreamscape's Instagram page, and I'm like, I need, because I am a huge Mulan fan. I probably won't go see the new Mulan movie, if you were wondering. I am a little hesitant on it, just to say it. Another book I have is Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. I read the first one for the April, well, technically it still is April, for my April read-along. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait to read Thunderhead. Another new release is Children of Blood and Bone by, I'm going to totally mispronounce her name, but Tomi Adi, oh shoot, I had this pronounced in my head. Adiyami? Adiyami? I'm so sorry. Her name. But basically this combines magic, and I think it's a lot about, maybe it takes place in Africa? I'm not sure. Or reimagined Africa? I can't remember. Let me read that. But basically, this is about magic or something else. I can't remember, but the magic element is pretty much what drew me to it. Also, this cover is just absolute goals. And this, oh my god. And look at this map. I can't wait to read it. if you're wondering why I don't know a lot about these books, I refuse to read synopsis. I just refuse. I think that they ruin the book, or they give you a higher expectation of the book, and then you have a greater letdown at the end. So to prevent that, I have stopped reading synopsises. The next book is The Librarian Auschwitz. I think this is somewhat of a new release too. It is by Antonio Iturbi, translated by Lilith the what? Oh my gosh. But it's based on the true story of Auschwitz prisoner Dita Cross. I got that name right. I know I got that name right. But basically, it takes place at Auschwitz, and she's become the librarian of Auschwitz. Really exciting. Another thing that I really like from a historical standpoint is to learn about World War II, especially the Holocaust aspect. It's kind of an obsession of mine. I really like learning about these past things that happened, not because it brings me joy, but because it brings me greater enlightenment to understanding what all occurred. I'm that very weird person. But look at this map. Just ignore what I've said a few seconds ago. Look at this map. Ignore the weird girl talking. She talks crazy things. Next book, I actually got recommended this by my friend Josh. Oh, he also has a bookmark shop. I will link it down below. It is opening mid-May, I believe, and he does fabulous bookmarks. Definitely go and check him out if you have an Instagram page. But it is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. He told me what this was about, and then I kind of forgot because I have short-term memory. But he said it's really good. I trust his opinion, so I'm going to read it. Another book I picked up, I think this one I picked up for my great book haul for our wedding anniversary, and it is Fate of the Flames. This is book 1 of the Effigy series. This is again about magic. It's a bit more adult, but basically there's these 4 or 5 different women who control different elements, and so when one of them dies, another person randomly gets powers to replace them, which is kind of cool and kind of shocking at the same time. Oh, that was my computer. The next book that I have that I'm super excited to read, I got it for my birthday, and I can't wait to finally read it. It is Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. It is pretty, it is pink, it's got a skull on it, it's about zombies, and by people that can raise the dead. I am in. So I have been a fan of, I think the TV show is called Designated Survivor. I'm not sure if it's even on. I don't have cable, so I have to get my cable fixed at my parents', and then sometimes I get there and I'm doing a lot of other things and I just forget. But I really like Designated Survivor. I like the concept behind it, and so I got this book to supplement my obsession about that. It is Long May She Reign. So if you know what Designated Survivor is about, this is basically the same thing. This girl is like 35th, 37th, 23rd in line. A little bit better odds. She's 23rd in line for the throne. There's an event that happens, and then she becomes the queen all of a sudden. And it deals with how would you deal with being the queen when you weren't supposed to be the queen. I mean, like, really 23rd in line, you're not supposed to be the queen. Also, this is by Rian Thomas, and whoever her cover artist is, super good job. This next book is the first book that I ever won in a giveaway on Bookstagram, and I've yet to read it. I've been a bad Bookstagrammer, but it is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I've been wanting to read this book, don't get me wrong. I have always wanted to read it. I just never found the time, so hopefully in the near future I will. Another book that I got because of Bookstagram is Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall. I totally butchered your name. I am sorry. Also, I got this used, and I didn't notice it had like a little issue right there. I'm so sad. I might, you know, I wonder if I can just take the dust jacket and swipe it for another. Oh, it's dirty on the inside too. Oh well, crap happens. But yeah, Ever the Hunted. I think this is a Brave retelling. I'm not sure. Again, I don't read synopsises, so I don't know. This book I was actually supposed to read in March. I am a bad bookstagrammer. I'm a bad person. Just kill me now. But yeah, it is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Ariel Saviz. I was supposed to read it for the March Rainbow Reads Diversity Read. Totally didn't get to it. The next book that I have that I recently got in the March Fae Crate is The Wicked Deep. I just absolutely love this cover. It is so pretty. This is definitely a cover buy for me. Also, I got a signed book plate and an author letter. And look at this! It's so pretty! People just keep like doing these naked covers better and better every time. Another book that I got that I am super excited to read. I don't even know why I got this book. Maybe I saw it on Kindle Exchange. I'm not sure. But it is Rebel Soul by Axie? I'm not sure. I can't even remember what it's about. But there's a super cool robot on the back. So it's gotta be good, right? I mean, robots. It's gotta be good. Hopefully. Maybe. Another book I read or got because of Bookstagram. I actually won this in a charity auction to support Mary, Marked by Mary, when she was trying to raise money for her fertility treatments, and now she's pregnant with a baby, and I feel like I helped that. It is Love and Other Alien Experiences by Carrie Winifrey. Not sure what it's about. It's a cute little romance, I assume, though, and I'm just pumped. These next three books are from my husband, Ethan. He gave me to read Grim Tuesday by Garth Nix. Let me get rid of that bookmark. The Seventh Tower, also by Garth Nix. Or, this is actually called Castle. The series is The Seventh Tower. And Red Rising by Pierce Brown. No, I have not yet read this series. Ethan told me it's basically an adult Hunger Games and that I needed to read it. So here I am. I'm going to read it eventually. Next books are the hardcover books. Some of these I kind of got to read within this month. I kind of got to read this month. So I might have to fudge the wheel a little bit to get that to happen with some of them. What are you doing, dog? Dog acting super weird. But here we go. I have Upon This Tree by Michael Ball. This is a copy that Austin McCauley lended me, or gave me rather, for... Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh wow, there's a note! The things you find when you open a book. I've opened this book before. I seriously never noticed that. But it is from Austin McCauley. They gave it to me to review, and I am excited to read this. I think it's like one of those generational books, so go through different generations. I read the synopsis, I promise, but I kind of forgot in between now and then. Another one is The Einstein Code by J.D. Welch. This is like teens. There's sci-fi elements, kidnappings, synopsis crap. I'm sorry. I give the worst synopsises ever. These three books. These three books are from Brindy Quinn. I am on her street review team. And I got behind, so she's given me 3. Hopefully I can catch up here soon. I got Heart of Ferwalla. Seconds, The Shared Soul Chronicles. And Still in a Dark World. This is actually like a super pretty cover in my opinion. Then I got some books from Black Chateau, which is a promotion company I also help work for. They gave me Bonfire of the Vanderbilts, which is inspired by this painting. Excited to read that. They also gave me an arc of Bluebird. I think this is poems. Yes, it's poems. So that'll be a super quick read. Then I have from the author D.E. Knight, her book The Crowns of Croswalds. I have been super excited to get this. I've actually been wanting it, and it's been on my Amazon wish list, so hopefully I can get to it soon. And then from Kid Play Exchange, I gotta actually read these ASAP, and I got another one in the mail. But I'm too lazy to get up and get it. So if you want to know that, just watch my Goodreads page. But I have Poison Kiss and Poison's Cage. Now, Poison's Kiss, this one is a Kid Play Exchange book, but this copy is not. This is actually my own copy that I bought, because the other one, unfortunately, is lost. It's something that happens when you entrust people to send copies of ARCs to each other. Sometimes they get lost. Also, I have, this one is the Kid Play Exchange book, which is why I bought Poison's Kiss, but it is Poison's Cage. So I want to get to these ASAP, get them read, so that way the next person can enjoy them. Depending on how much I like Poison's Kiss, I may or may not pass this along to the next person, so that way they can get it read quickly as well. Alright, and now for probably one of my bigger lists. It is the list of books that I have on my Kindle that I have to review. These books are from a series of different publishing companies, NetGalley, authors, etc. I gotta read them. So I am just going to tell, because I have like such a huge list, I'm just going to tell the title. I can't give like the author name or where I got it from, because I have such an extremely long list. This would take up like probably 20 minutes on its own. So here we go. We have Our Dark Stars, Fury Born, Deviation, The Forest Queen, Sky and the Deep, Hurry Up We're Dreaming, We Owned a Sky, Isle of Blood and Stone, Fox, The Odling Prince, The Ready Move, Cash Kills, Ignite the Stars, Scythe of Darkness, Ice Massacre, The Rebel's Code, the River Valley series, books 2 and 3. I read, why am I holding it? Books 2 and 3, I've read the first one. The Storied Peddler, which I gotta have done by July. Legendary, Lifelike, Nixia Unleashed, Aftermath, The Unbinding of Mary Read, Mark of Odin, and I think the first book is called Awakening. The Five Suspects, I Am Not a Stalker, Guns, Rations, Briggs, and the Undead, and Entangled Collateral, and Nirvana. Those last 3 are from my dear friend and author, Kendra Radke. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering her name. But yeah, go check out Kendra. I will leave a link below for that one. Foundations of Faith, which is by Michael Krobeck. I will also leave a link for him. And Marked. That's probably like 30 books right there. When I say I am behind on reviewing books, I am behind. Okay, so I clean up my... It's sad, but it's not sad. I clean up the review books that I gotta read. I get all caught up. And I did this. I got caught up in January after almost a year of being backed up. I was so caught up. And I was like, yeah, I'm never going to get backed up again. And then 2 weeks later, I had 5 authors email me all at once. And then it just quickly snowballed from there. And here we are again. It feels like home when I am underneath a mountain of books that I have to read. So yeah, that is loosely my May TBR. I am just going to be choosing books based on what We'll Decide tells me to read. So that way I am not putting a lot of pressure on myself. I am actually like 20 books ahead on Goodreads at the moment. So I'm not that stressed on reading goals. I'm doing like really well. So hopefully I can like kind of get back into a good groove where I'm knocking out books left and right again after this really bad slump that I've had in April. But, you know, we'll see. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye!